How's it going, YouTube? Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, and it's a great day for all of us because the rosters have officially been locked in. The trade window has officially concluded as of the night of the 14th for the RLCS, and we've got NA qualifiers coming up on Friday this week. So I figured we might as well keep you guys up to date on all the things that are going on when it comes to the actual rosters, what they're going to be signing up on, all that kind of fun stuff. It's going to be a pretty quick one because there actually isn't that many changes. There's been a lot of rumors and a lot of conversation during the offseason, but we're done with that. So you guys swap on over, and the easiest way to do so, you guys can go over to my description down below. There is a link to this document. There are tabs at the bottom. We update it as much as we can, or you can do it over on the Twitch chat where we got everybody hanging out on YouTube as well. We're live streaming on YouTube. Make sure you guys join those during the day as well. But in these tabs, we try to update them. We try to give them rankings, all that kind of stuff. You guys know the gist of things. But long story short, top teams staying the same. We had some motions and kind of the narrative again surrounding Justin during this offseason. Justin basically with the conversation was like, is he going to swap and go somewhere else? Is he going to join Pirates on a boat? Is he going to join Dignitas? What is Justin going to do? That's kind of been the power puzzle piece of the entire season, even during this offseason. It looks like things didn't work out, so he is staying the exact same. No changes with Shopify, no changes with Space Station, no changes with G2, no changes with Gen G. We knew those were going to stay the same. We knew OG was going to stay the same as well. The conversations were more so, like I told you guys about weeks ago, if we take a peek at the rankings, were teams in this area. Which of these we're going to make adjustments? Which of these teams we're going to make changes? So that's where we're going to focus. OG and everybody staying the same. Energy, although not officially confirmed yet, they have signed up with Aqua, former of the Muffin Men. Muffin Men has disbanded. They have no longer Squishy retired at Copenhagen. We all know this. But Aqua has officially signed up with NRG on the sign up page on Smash or Start GG. That is what the roster looks like they are going to be going with, is Garrett, Aqua, and Mist. Aqua was the standout performer, I think, on the Muffin Men. Got a lot of love and attention. My concerns with Energy is if they continue to play the same play style they are, Aqua is not going to be able to thrive. So they have to make adjustments and provide a process or a format or a type of workflow that is going to work well with Aqua's playstyle. We'll see if that ends up happening, but they need to find a way to enable him. If Mist is willing to play back third instead of second rotation, we might see that. Otherwise, Garrett is going to have to go back and revert to defense, which I don't know if he's going to like. So very interested to see on how this one plays out. Up next, Dignitas. This has kind of been a pain point, I think, for me in particular, because I think Dignitas showcased very early on as the top four that they have potential to be competitive with their roster. It looks like Gyro. This one really hurts because I adore Gyro. I think he's a great person. He does all the good things. I think he has performed admirably this season as well. And the issues for Dignitas stem elsewhere. I don't think the problem is with Gyro. I think he is playing fine. He is starting to feel more confident in his offensive capabilities. And it is actually between these two that are problematic. We don't need to go into the details of the specifics as to why I think that is, but I think the issue is not with Gyro. And because of that, Gyro's getting the short end of the stick again. And I feel for him. He is, to my knowledge, from what I've been seeing, he is still with Dignitas as like a sub/content creator role. But the big talking point, as we all know, is Stizzy. If you guys don't know Stizzy, he is one of kind of the big three new names in EU that I preach about, that I really, really like. He took that Magnifico roster with Atomic and Tox to 5th place in Europe. Very, very talented team. We'll talk about them next week. But Stizzy is coming over and is going to be replacing Gyro on the starting roster. Former Magnifico, they are signed up with him. That one I'm interested to see. Stizzy's been getting some attention, I would say, lately on the timeline as well. So we will see how that one plays out. Also, shout out to Ixo. Ixo, excited to talk about you coming up in this next week as well. But yeah, Stizzy over from Magnifico is now joining the roster on Dignitas. I think Stizzy's going to have some excellent performance. I think his stocks are about to skyrocket being in North America. I don't know if he is moving. I'm pretty sure he's put on the timeline saying he was on vacation to Toronto. He's going to the Shopify Rebellion headquarters where everybody tends to boot camp and play when they don't have visa issues squared away yet. So Very likely Stizzy's going to be playing from Toronto for a little bit, and we'll see how things go from there. But I am excited to watch Stizzy play in North America. Maybe he can showcase why EU is still greater than NA. Sorry, all NA fans. It's just a matter of reality. Whippersnapper staying the same. M80, too much talent to want to break that up. Again, they have invested a ton of resources into this. They got to just slowly continue to build and trust in their coach, JC, as they try to figure out their correct playstyle. M80's been there. We've seen it in Swiss. Can they bring it together in playoffs with the new seeding system? We'll have to wait and see. Muffin Men, as you guys know, disbanded. Luminosity proved that they are of quality going to the major and performing, going all the way to round 5, as they always do before losing to Vitality in 5. Luminosity staying the same. TSM also staying the same. I hear they've been trialing plenty of coaches, and something that I've been begging for. I like the TSM roster a lot. The roster I honestly would love to work with. But with TSM in particular, I think while, yes, they have some experienced players, Wavy and the rest could use some help being given that additional set of eyes, that outside perspective, grounding them a little bit to help push them past those hurdles. Because TSM has moments where they look excellent and moments where I'm like, you guys are throwing this series. And if you just had someone kind of refresh that mental or provide a perspective, say like, hey guys, like settle down. We know what we're doing. These are the things. I think it would help them rechannel and refocus and kind of reset, and they would be able to win out in a couple more series. TSM had their best performance in the last regional as well, or qualifier. Qualifier 3, they really stepped up. So cool to see there. Pirates on a boat, topic of conversation, not making any changes. Snowman, the only change is Xperi joined them as a coach. It looks like Xperi might be going over to Magnifica with a Chronic. We'll talk about that again the next week, like I talked about. But it looks like Snowman's staying the same. Omelet is currently under rumors of getting picked up by Cloud9. The only thing that changed there is Trey is no longer their coach. Trey has joined a different team. Talk about them in a second. Incorrect Esports has rebuilt as well, which I'm actually really excited about. Flitz as a player, I think with the Gaming Gladiator situation has shown that like the talent's there, but are Angel and Tool going to be the ones to bring him to that conversation? And it didn't seem likely. They had some moments where they were able to punch in a top 16, but to me, it was actually underwhelming based upon how scrims and stuff are going. To provide some solidification to the roster, something I'm a big fan of, they're bringing Toasty, former Energy, and it feels like this season everybody is former Energy with how much they've been changing. So I am very happy to see that Toasty is joining that roster. I think he is a good addition. He's going to provide some stability to their offense, and then they're bringing in Expert as well. Expert was, if I can find it, where was Expert previously? Former Plot Twist. Now, the downfall of this, Incorrect has forfeited any points they did have. They did not keep 2/3 of their roster. They're starting anew. Deleted XD, the team that I have done team streams for, very likely that they're going to be leaning on AlphaCat moving forward, rightfully so, if he's pulling like 2,000 viewers. Maybe if you guys help me, then I can also provide that leverage. Come over to the stream, twitch.tv/Lawler. Hang out with us on YouTube. It's appreciated. But Deleted XD is going to be bringing in Trey as coach. This is the first time, I think, in Trey's history that he is not working with Percy. So I'm interested to see on how Trey can adapt and adjust. So we got Cheers. This is the former Plot Twist team as well. They are still keeping 2/3 with Sosa and Kofra, but because Expert is going on over to Incorrect, Cam of the Leftovers, who is so close to qualifying at one point, and then eventually doing so, is coming over as well. So we've got a new Plot Twist / Cheers roster. And then Boulevard, staying the exact same. So pretty straightforward. That's what we've got. Taking a peek quick at our tier list from the last time we talked about these. Quick reactions and stuff. Obviously, our top 2 locked were good. Shopify, I thought, had a good performance at the beginning, and they were like, you're good. And then they didn't. Was correct on the LG pick. And then I should have been more leaning in on the space stations, the OGs, all that said and done. So overall, pretty solid picks, I would say, across the board. We're not going to do a tier list this time around because most of the stuff is staying the same. And rosters wise, they should evolve and develop naturally. But I'm thinking you're looking at the only difference right now. Is it going to be Space Station? Is it going to be Dignitas? Is it going to be M80? Is it going to be Luminosity? Which of those 4 or 5 are going to be the last 2 that make the top 4? Because G2 and Gen G are still a lock. We didn't need to really bore you guys with that stuff. It's more the same. So that's what we got for roster stuff in North America. If you guys have any additional questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments down below. Link to that document again is in the description if you guys are trying to keep tabs on things. But pretty straightforward. Any other things you guys need to know, let me know. Other than that, if you guys enjoy the content, like, subscribe, notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.